Why does Bridgerton take 2 years to drop each season? It's only 8 episodes, so what's the deal? Between the massive cast and elaborate costumes, the real reason might surprise you. And it's got nothing to do with writing or filming delays. Let's break down what's really going on behind the scenes. You've probably noticed that Bridgerton takes its sweet time between seasons. Season 1 dropped in December 2020, and after a 15-month wait, Season 2 followed in March 2022. After Queen Charlotte hit screens in May 2023, fans had to sit tight for Bridgerton Season 3, which, despite wrapping filming in early 2023, took a full 2 years to release. And now we're facing an even longer gap for Season 4, which, as of this video, hasn't even started production. So what's the deal with these delays? Why does it take 2 years to get just 8 episodes? At first glance, Bridgerton should be cranking out seasons faster. Just look at Game of Thrones, a show with a massive cast, epic production demands, and tons of CGI. For most of its run, Game of Thrones managed to release a new season every year, with the only big gap being the 21 months between seasons 7 and 8. Even when they ran out of book material, they still managed to get it done. So what's Bridgerton's excuse? They've got books to follow, they're only producing 8 episodes per season, and yet we're stuck waiting for what feels like forever. There are some pretty valid reasons why Bridgerton doesn't pump out seasons quickly. First up, the cast is huge. Managing the schedules of so many actors, especially those tied up in other projects, is no small task. It's like trying to solve a giant scheduling puzzle, and that alone slows things down. Then, you've got the costumes and set design. Bridgerton's elaborate period costumes take time. And don't forget the locations. They film in modern spots that require a lot of visual effects to remove things like cars and buildings that don't belong in Regency-era England. All that extra work adds up. And of course, we can't ignore the pandemic and the Hollywood strikes. Between seasons 1 and 2, COVID caused unavoidable delays. Then, between seasons 2 and 3, there were the writers' and actors' strikes, which really threw a wrench in the production schedule. Season 3 was actually fully wrapped in early 2023, but the strikes, combined with Queen Charlotte being released in May, delayed everything. So yeah, these are real factors, but they still don't fully explain why it takes 2 years to release just 8 episodes. Now, here's where things get interesting. The real reason Bridgerton takes so long, it's not just about the cast or the costumes, it's Netflix's production style. Shonda Rhimes explained that Netflix likes to do things a little differently. Instead of working on multiple parts of the process at the same time, they prefer to finish one step completely before moving on to the next. So they write the entire season before they start filming, and they finish all the filming before they even touch post-production. Most shows would overlap, like they'd be filming one episode, editing another, and already working on scripts for the next. But Netflix, they're more like, one thing at a time, people. And let's be honest, that's kind of slowing everything down. For a show as big as Bridgerton, this method is dragging out the timeline way more than it needs to. They could totally be starting pre-production for Season 4 while still working on post-production for Season 3, but nope, they're sticking to this one step at a time approach. And that's why we're left waiting.